to wear for tonight, or would there maybe be a better option? No, it's the right one. Oh, okay. After you, madam.
I'm Augusta Sagnelli.
And I'm Samuel Lopez-Barrantes.
And together we came up with our publishing house called Kingdom Anywhere. And so we are on Mimosaa as print and publishing. And we got inspired to basically get into independent publishing because of your second novel.
Yeah, so I had published my first novel, Slim and the Beast, in 2015, and I bought back the rights to that book in 2022 because I saw the nature of the publishing industry and how much artists have to relinquish to publishers. So the goal with Kingdom Anywhere was to give artists, and initially myself, the control back, and to guarantee a quality work printed in small batches that also is designed for our closest readers. So we're not trying to print necessarily 100,000 books. We're trying to print books that are meaningful to the author and to the people that would read them with a nice physical copy.
And for me, it was easy to feel passionate about the project because it was for him, but I also really enjoyed the process of making the book, choosing the paper, working with the author to get the text and everything where it needed to be. And I thought at the end of the process, I liked doing this so much, I wonder if I would like doing it for someone who wasn't my husband. And so we did it for our friend Mitali, and we published her poetry collection, which was her debut collection, and loved that process as well. And it's just such a beautiful object, and we chose everything and designed it ourselves, and everything has a lot of meaning and symbolism, and the font choice, I just love the process. So that was our second go at it, and then we just did the third go, which is the republishing of Samuel's first novel.
Yeah, so the whole incentive to start Kingdom Anywhere to get my rights back, well, I bought back the rights to Slim and the Beast, and we have a 10th anniversary edition, which is now out in the world. It basically means that while publishers own the actual physical copy of the book and the way it's designed and all of the design elements within it, you obviously own the copyright as the author, but the copyright goes out to publishers and they're kind of using it within the physical book. And so to buy back your rights means to have a right to put your copyright into a physical book the way you see fit, instead of having to let someone else really decide how to print the book, lay out the book, edit the book, do the cover. Buying back the rights really means you get to retain full control of every artistic and editorial choice that leads up to a final product, versus just the text that you then give traditionally to a publisher. They edit the text, they tell you what the book cover will be, they tell you which editors you're going to work with, how you can design it or not design it, etc.
What it also means is that the publishers take 80 to 90% of whatever a book makes, because they put all this extra stuff into it, right? Even though you've spent probably years of your life writing that book anyway, they still kind of get the bulk of it because what they're putting in is more easily measured in money. So it's easier for them to say, well, it's cost us this much to put into it. And you're like, yeah, well, it's cost me, 9 years of my life, but I can't really put a number on that. I don't have a receipt for that. So that's kind of the big, I don't know what you'd call it, disparaging kind of disconnect between the author and the publisher is that, we wanted to try to figure out a model where authors could take the lion's share and are also involved in the process. So not all of the publishers, not all of the process is on the publisher to make all this stuff happen. Mitali was very involved in the design of this, and we ran things by her, and she had input, and so it wasn't just hey, we're gonna take your words, we're gonna do our own thing, we're gonna market it. So it kind of also gives the author at the end, when the book is in their hand, the power and kind of the autonomy to do with it what they want, because so many publishers now depend on a pre-existing following or people to do their own marketing anyway. So if you're gonna have to do all of that and bring all of that to the table as a writer on top of writing the book, you might as well make the lion's share of the money back. So yeah, I mean, we like went away to the countryside for a weekend and like went over her manuscript with her and like even like went back and forth on word choices and, you know, putting in and out punctuation and all of that. So, I mean, you know, it was a learning process for all of us too. So we were all kind of aware of the fact that we were learning along the way together. But so she was a great person to do this second book with. We have another friend whose poetry collection we're working on right now who's been very patient while we work on some other projects, but he's coming into town this month. And so we'll kind of pick that back up. It'll be the same format and size as Natali's book. And yeah, I mean, it's for me, the thing that's really rewarding is like seeing an author hold their book in their hands for the first time. It's really cool.
We're at the beginning, but it's been a good beginning. Yeah, so the requisitions came out in a very limited edition of 300 copies via Kingdom Anywhere. The first edition was officially made public in December 2023, but really 2024 is when most of those books were sold, and we sold out of that first print run. It is a book that is about a professor, a secretary, and a soldier in Poland at the outbreak of World War II, and that is a very kind of brief summary of the novel. It is both set in 1939 as well as 2024, narrated by someone who is trying to tell a more honest story about the past and how you decide to recount the past and the truth and the difference between history and memory. So there is two sections really. There's the contemporary author telling you the process of writing a book of fiction about history. And then there is the fiction, which is Victor, Elsa, and Carl. And it's a historical metafiction, if you want to be specific. And very proud of it. It's the culmination of really 2 master's degrees of research in history and philosophy and creative writing. They were kind of interdisciplinary there. So it's been selling consistently in Paris, which is great. We have connections with local bookstores, which is also a big goal of Kingdom Anywhere, is to start local. Most authors think that they need to be bought in every bookstore in the world the second that their book is out. The goal for us is to be bought within the community in which you live and are interacting with, and if you expand from that, that's great. But the goal is to have connections to the local community and readership. Yeah, I've lived in 15 years in Paris, so the process is a lot of relationships that you develop over many years and trustworthy connections, and professional as well as friendly ones. And then really just standing by the quality of the work and the ability to sell a book. If you tell a bookstore someone's going to come in and buy the book, then the proof is in the pudding. And that's primarily how bookselling works. Booksellers are always interested in new books and different types of books. So it's just a matter of having readers go into bookstores and buy the books that is the difference.
We always tell people, so part of what we're trying to do is after the limited edition print run is sold out or is doing well or almost sold out, the next step is to get your book up on a platform called Ingram Spark, which allows your book to be basically available anywhere where books are sold. So a bookstore can go online, see that your ISBN is registered on Ingram, and they can order a copy. Ingram prints it and ships it to the bookstore. So whenever people are like, oh my God, where can I get your book? Can I get it on Amazon? I'm always like, just go to your bookstore, tell them the title, tell them the author, and they can order it for you. And then that way the author makes money and the bookstore makes money. So it's the best way to introduce a new book or like an up-and-coming author to a bookstore and a bookseller. Because if they start hearing people go, I don't know, this guy, Lopez-Barrantes, this is the second time I've heard his name this month, maybe we should stock 10 of these books. Maybe I want to read this book. Maybe we should, something's happening here. So I always tell people, go to your local bookstore. You'll meet someone, you'll learn something else, you'll find another book, and order 2 and leave one there, or give it to a friend, or give it to, it's not an expensive way to benefit so many people at once and kind of spread the word, little small wildfire by wildfire. So Yeah, definitely local bookstores first, for sure. I told a guy the other day, like, to do that, and he was like, oh, I'll probably just get it on Amazon. And I was like, but you really, I mean, you're in an Uber right now, you're driving, like, we just drove by 2 bookstores locally, you know, like, they're only gonna keep existing if people buy books through them. That's what they're there for. Audiobooks are a whole nother kind of beast of production, because you have to read and record the entire book without stumbling over your words. And so it takes many hours to do that process. We'd love to do that. It's something that we would like to expand into per new title, but it's not something that we do right now.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah. And like for like these 2 books, we worked with the same cover illustrator, an artist in London named Saskia Mealing.
Mm-hmm.
And she worked on this one for us, and then we asked her to do Slim and the Beast because we thought her style, she does like a lot of like etching and block printing and stuff, so we thought it kind of was the exact thing we needed for the republishing. And then this one was like a collaboration between Mitali and I. This is actually a photograph that we took at a dinner of the tablecloth that we had spilled a bunch of food and wine on. And the title of the book is Spill, and you know, it spoke for itself. But people that we'd love to connect with, like moving forward for new books, is just like different illustrators, different graphic designers, different people to bring kind of the specific thing that a specific book needs. I'm not very married to all of our books looking the same. Some small publishers like to have like a uniform design to every single cover, but I feel like ours are more specific to the author and specific to the work. I like the idea too that if you have a bunch of Kingdom Anywhere books, it's not gonna make your bookshelf look homogenous. It's gonna make it look like that kind of eclectic bookshelf that, you know, I love the look of. I would love for Kingdom Anywhere to have a stronger distribution relationship for our small batches. I'd like to just have kind of a standard residency, if you will, in like 10 bookstores between Paris and either New York or whatever the local city is of the author. Like, for example, Mitali would be in Texas, maybe Samuel's stuff is like all in North Carolina, our friend John maybe like in his local hometown. So that I would say the wider distribution or just guaranteed stocking of the direct limited edition. And I'd love to be able to do like 5 titles a year. But I think it's maybe having a couple other team members, some more editors, like I said, some more designers, people who are passionate enough about it so that when we're doing the myriad of things that we are already doing, we can kind of know that like things are getting done for our authors without us having to be like in the trenches.
Yeah, expanding the team would be great, and primarily being a novelist, the goal would be having another book out.
Are you working on one right now?
I might be working on a couple, in fact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, having a bigger team, editorial especially, and with some help with design for Augusta, because that's the great challenge of independent publishing, especially if you're working on other people's work as an author yourself, is balancing your ability and energy to help others while also protecting your own craft and need to work on your own work. So the team will certainly be bigger a year from now. Knock on wood. Yeah. Look at this, I can even, look at that, wow. December 5th, I will be having an event in the basement of Au Chat Noir, 76 Rue Jean-Pierre Tambeau, right next to Parmentier. I wrote a lot of this novel in that cafe, so it's only fitting that I would go down to perform on its stage. And I will be performing with the help of 2 friends who are actors and poets who are going to be embodying the characters. I wanted to make it a bit more communal than just me reading, particularly because these guys are great readers and actors. And it's going to be a nice evening to have a chance to have some whiskey or tea and listen to a chapter from this book, which is a coming-of-age story about two young men graduating college and having to decide what that means for them as young adults. And of course, there is the past that is chasing after them, and the ability to let go of the past, or your understanding of the past, is the great question of this book. Because I was trying to let go of a certain past when I wrote it 10, 12 years ago now. Yeah.
I mean, definitely James Baldwin.
I think that was a fair, probably both of us would say, James Baldwin.
He'd have to be there. And my next would be maybe like Tom Waits and Fran Lebowitz. I think they would get along. I don't know if she would accept the invitation, but I've always wanted to have a drink with her and a cigarette.
Yeah, Baldwin would keep it serious to start, intellectual, but also very fun. He's a great speaker and a kind man, from what I've seen of him. The musical element, I would go with Shania Twain. That's a bit of a wild card, but love her music from my childhood, and she just seems like a badass and someone I would like to hang out with. Part of the Mimosaa vibe, yeah. And then Jeff Bridges, the actor. I'm a huge fan of his. I mean, from his Coen Brothers days with Lebowski onwards, I just think he would be a spiritual element to the evening that would
So we'd have the
inspire
dude
me.
and Fran
And
smoking
James.
and drinking. We'd have James
And Tom Waits probably
and Tom
chatting up.
Waits talking about, poetry and existentialism.
And
And then Shania and Tom would inevitably
also play some music.
and you'd
Yeah.
play it with them. Sounds like a good party.
Sounds like a great night.
Well, it's brunch, so.
Right. Well, it would be a great night after
Middle of
brunch.
the night,
Exactly.
yeah, it's fun.
There's no good mimosa brunch without an evening afterwards. Right? Come on. Yeah. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mimosa.